There is one balance test I give all of my clients over 50, and 90% of people fail it on their first try. But if you do fail it, it can reveal a hidden weakness that can make you at a higher risk of falls and injury. In today's video, I'm going to show you what that test is. We're going to do it together, and then I'll show you how to pass it next time if you don't today. The test is called the single leg stand with eyes closed. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it safely at home. Let's have a go together. But before we do, a quick word about safety. So whenever you're doing this test or any balance exercise, to be honest, the best thing you can do is position yourself in the corner of two walls with a chair in front of you. That means even if you wobble, you're going to stay safe. So set yourself up like this at home, and we're just going to establish a baseline before we begin. And the way we establish the baseline is get yourself in your corner and then stand just on one leg just to see if you can do that safely. Now, if you can't, if you feel very wobbly and you keep hitting the wall just standing on one leg, you should stop here and not progress any further. But if you're quite happy standing on one leg with no problems, let's do the actual test. And to do the test, you're going to shut your eyes and try and maintain that position for 30 seconds. Now, if you're anything like most people, you'll notice as soon as you shut your eyes, you start to wobble more. And this is totally normal. That's because your eyes make up about 30% of your sense of balance. So when you shut them, you immediately take away 30% of your sense of balance, and your muscles and your proprioceptors inside your joints have to work to take over. So do it now. Time yourself for 30 seconds and see if you can do 30 seconds on each leg. And if you can't, I'm going to show you exactly what to do so you can fix the problem. So that's the balance test. How did you get on? Drop a comment below and let us know whether you passed or failed. And why is this test important? Well, put simply, balance is the #1 predictor of falls, and falls in people over age 65 are the biggest cause of hospitalizations, which means that if you fall, you're very likely to get injured, and that likelihood increases the older you are. But the good news is balance is a trainable skill, and it can be improved just like strength or mobility. And what I'm going to do now is show you a few exercises that will help you improve your balance. And when done regularly, these exercises can help people double their performance in this test in just a couple of weeks. So here are the exercises now, but before I show you them, I just need to make you aware they're not suitable for everyone. Do get checked out before you try them, and if they cause you any pain, just avoid them. The first exercise we're going to do to help you improve your balance is the Tandem Stand. And this is a nice, easy exercise to ease you in to balance improvements. So put yourself in your safety corner again with the chair here, and the Tandem Stand is simple. You're just going to position your feet so one foot is in front of the other and your heel on the front foot is touching the toes of the back foot. Now you're just going to stand in this position and see if you can maintain it for 30 seconds. Once you've done that, you can swap sides. So put one foot in front of the other on the other side like this. And if you want to challenge yourself more, obviously you can try it with your eyes closed. Now, if you're doing it for real, you want to be like this, because then if you wobble, nothing bad is going to happen at all. But this is a great position to get you started. It narrows your base of support and really challenges your balance. If you can do that easily, let's move on to the next exercise. The second exercise we're going to do is marching in position with your eyes closed. And this is another fantastic balance exercise that really takes advantage of that loss of eyesight, which challenges your proprioceptors. This is how it looks. So keep yourself in the same position, shut your eyes to begin with, standing normally, and then I just want you to practice marching like this in a controlled way, lifting opposite arm to leg without losing your balance. Now this looks kind of weird and it looks very easy, but it's surprisingly hard, especially if you slow it down. Remember, with balance exercises and control exercises, the slower you do them, usually the harder they are. So try that, 30 seconds worth of work a couple of times per day, and you should notice your balance start to improve over time. So once you've worked on those 2 exercises for a while, let's look at the final exercise in this little routine. By the way, if you're enjoying this balance routine, I've got tons more like it in my lifelong mobility program, which has a whole module dedicated to helping you improve your balance. You can find details of the program in the link below this video. The final exercise we're going to practice in this little routine is the single leg stand. So we're going to take you back to the single leg stand, which is where we started, but because you've worked on those other 2 exercises for a while, you're going to be much more able to do it. So position yourself right in the corner of the 2 walls. You can have your hands on the wall if you like, lift one leg up, and then take your hands away. Now, if you're doing this for real and you find this is too tough, you can actually have your hands on, just take one hand off, and then go right down to one finger on the other hand, or you can have this hand on if you prefer. And basically what this does is still gives you some support, but you've taken away enough support so that you'll still be a bit wobbly. And when we're doing balance exercises, a bit of a wobble is actually what we want. That means you're challenging your balance centers and making them adapt the position of your body to keep you stable. So a wobble is not a bad thing, it's actually a good thing. So if you're wobbling, you're probably at the right level. Now, if you find this quite easy, again, you can take your hand away completely, see how long you can last there. And then what I like to do from there is I tell people to move on. Instead of just shutting their eyes, shut one eye, see if that makes a difference, then switch to the other eye. Sometimes that switch can make you a little bit wobbly. And then when that becomes easy, that's when you progress to fully closing your eyes and seeing if you can maintain that balance. Now, if you piece those little progressions together, maybe progressing one level every 1 to 2 weeks, I promise in the space of about 6 to 8 weeks, you will notice a massive change in your balance. And many people go from not being able to complete the test to being able to do it absolutely fine in the space of 8 weeks. Anyway, I hope that was useful. If it was, please do like the video and drop a comment below and let us know. We love to read your thoughts, and I'll see you again on the next one.